and it will continue for as long as it needs to. So oftentimes when folks think about the March of Dimes, they think, how is the March of Dimes impacting me? And I think you answered that just moments ago.
Have you gotten your polio shot?
That's that's right. I mean, without the research for Salk to do what he did,
correct,
we'd still be having the very serious infantile
paralysis. And it's like you and I have talked earlier with heart disease and other things like that, where the March of Dimes is involved. It literally cuts through everything, and it affects everybody or every family. I don't know of anyone who has not had a child born with a birth defect, a child that was born too early, too small, too sick. Did you know 1 in 8 babies are born prematurely? We don't know why.
1 in 8 babies.
1 in 8 babies.
That's on a, I know in Hollywood kept pumping up a figure, 168 babies born each week in South Carolina, but you mean 1 in 8 babies nationally are born prematurely. That's a terrible figure.
Right.
That is a terrible figure.
Also, too, just another interesting number, 527 babies that were born this year in South Carolina didn't make it to their first birthday.
I did not know it was that.
March of Dimes research money is being used to help see if we can't correct that.
Yeah. I know we've only got 8 or 9 minutes, and there are figures like that trying to drive home how you can make a difference, how a viewer can make a difference, how anyone can make a difference. It really comes to volunteering to help get donations in, raising funds for walks, helping to sell tickets for a chef's auction, a real estate breakfast, or any numbers of things, or just sending in a donation.
Right.
Sending in a donation, of course, calling that simple number or visiting marchadimes.com, which is a great one. Even in Spanish, nacersano.com is a great vehicle to get information and to make donations. But calling that phone number, you said Joe and Colleen are. It seems like they're always there, but we know they're always out helping put together WalkAmericas or get the word out.
I don't know how they can be so effective while they're spread so thin, but they just do a marvelous job.
Well, Joe has Sterling, which is a bonus, and Colleen somehow pulls in other volunteers. They keep bringing folks in, and they're both so infectious.
If you want to be around high-energy, happy, productive people, just go over and visit them for a few minutes, and it will affect you, believe me.
Over on Laurel Street in Conway, and that's 843-488-3463.
Correct.
When you think about those early days for you back in '90, Nick, getting involved, you later went on to not only join the Horry County chapter, but found it. You were the founding chairman and remained that way, the honorary chair of the walk. You got a little more active than that first you're going to do it back in 1990. What prompted that?
You see so much good that's being done, and you also see how much need is out there and good yet to be done. But one of the nice things to know about the March of Dimes in South Carolina, Greg, 93 cents of every dollar that is raised by the March of Dimes goes directly back into programs for the March of Dimes. So we're not paying salaries, we're not paying for trips, we're paying for research to help babies.
Right.
So that is really what keeps me going, because I know that our money is being well spent. As a businessman, I appreciate that.
Absolutely. It's rare to see only 7 cents of every dollar go into organizational issues and fundraising. 93 cents of every dollar going straight into the mission to help fund research, as well as to make sure the word gets out.
That's why we need the volunteers. That's why we need people out there this afternoon to get excited about helping to save babies. It's going to be great. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for everybody to get involved.
Absolutely. We think about our amazing honorary chair this year. I know you held that role for a number of years for the Horry County WalkAmerica. We're prayerfully hopeful that Coach David Bennett will be with us today at 4:30, even to this minute. There's a chance that he's out at 7 a.m. This morning, that he's out still doing recruiting, but we sure hope he'll be there with us this afternoon at 4:30.
It's a very difficult time of the year for him, but every year we have, the last two, and Coach Bennett's been able to make it, so we're very hopeful that he will be able to be with us this afternoon too.
We'll know at 4:30,
right.
But even if he's not there, he's there in spirit. He is totally behind the mission, and as Joe shared with us a couple of weeks ago, she was with us at actually Beach First Center over there on Grissom, and the highlight there was hearing her talk about so much that'll make this today's event possible, and so many efforts that go in. They've got what all's going on this afternoon, Nick? There, if folks showed up, and everyone's invited, right?
Everyone, there is no admission. Everyone's invited. The more, the merrier. Please come and join in the excitement. We talked earlier about Coach Bennett. We're praying that he'll be there, but if not, we're going to have a Coastal Carolina representative there as our new honorary ambassador. You all may have seen him if you're going to Coastal football games, but Ken Hunter's going to be there, and this is a phenomenal young man with a phenomenal story. I mean, he's an adult, but he has got so many things to talk to us about, and such a heart-warming story. And he will even talk how he's been affected by the March of Dimes. So,
he has been.
Yes, my understanding that he has been, and he's going to be a real inspiration for all of us.
Oh, yeah.
Also, too, we'll have Hope and Isaiah, our new ambassador babies. They're twins, and Hope was born at 1 pound 7 ounces, and Isaiah was 1 pound 12, and they're doing great.
They are.
They're doing
great. Great. Share with viewers real quick the significance of ambassador babies, Nick. What does that mean, an ambassador baby?
This is a family that has been affected by premature birth or birth defects, and these children have been helped and aided by March of Dimes funds, and they literally become ambassadors for the March of Dimes to go out and tell the world and show the world what is being done by the March of Dimes and how we positively affected their lives. When you come this afternoon, it's going to be exciting and fun. Bring some hankies.
Right.
Because you're going to hear some real heart-rending stories that will just make you want to get involved right now. But that's the purpose of those children, and the main purpose is that they're alive to tell the story, and their parents can tell the story. It's going to be wonderful. Looking forward to it.
In year after year, that's one of the most exciting things. You try to think, I'll do that next year, I'll do that next week, or even next month. Time is not. It is today at 4:30. It's a great opportunity to get there, even if you can't arrive right at 4:30. If you got to be at work till 5, still making that effort to be there at 4:30 for the kickoff, or to be there at any time.
4:30 to 6:30. So if you can't get there till 5:45, please come.
Absolutely. And you share with us about ambassador babies, Nick, and those run the gamut. We've had families year after year, whether the Saffles or the Parrots, and they all still get together and support the mission, but they really are the face of the March of Dimes.
They even form their own teams and going forward become very meaningful supporters of the March of Dimes.
I understand Horry County schools have done pretty well, both statewide and nationally.
What was it? Forest Brook? Was it Forest Brook? Was number 5 in the country?
Forest Brook and maybe PD Elementary. Horry County Schools, I believe, was 5 in the country. But anyway, it's a tremendous. One or the other, or both together, was fifth in the nation. I know those two together were the number 1 and number 2 schools in the state of South Carolina.
Incredible.
It is incredible.
And these children get so excited about it. I'm talking about the school kids, and they do such a great job. And Donna Hooks and all the folks over there have really gone out of their way to make this thing work well.
Absolutely. There's so many folks you've got to think about, and it really is volunteers. But within the schools, you heard Joe talking about the kids, the middle school students, or even younger or older, adopt those ambassador babies. I know Forest Brook adopted one, adopted, and it became theirs. I think it was Riley Saffles, but it may have been Luke Parrott there. And I know they really wrap around Stacy Parrott is there, and of course, to think of that impact for him and his family, to know that the entire student body is wrapped around his family must be a powerful feeling, and they really make it happen on the fundraising side.
Sure do.
Was it $267,000 last year, Nick?
We raised $267,000 on the walk last year, and just to kind of show where we've come from in Horry County, when I first got involved, we were raising around $100,000.
No way. You were just talking 5 or 6 years ago.
Well, actually 5 years ago, 5 years ago it was right at $100,000. Our goal this year is $290,000.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it with
Oh,
the help
yeah.
with the help of all of your viewers and
That's right.
and the community. We're going to do it.
And you got a great presenting sponsor, and hopefully we'll get many more. I know, again, per usual, Wachovia and others stepping up to the plate, Blue Cross Blue Shield coming in with another big number this year, and we're just thrilled to have all the involvement of sponsors, the Jackson Companies, Bank of America, others who make it happen.
Not to mention all the help and support we've received from the Herald over the years. We're very grateful for that, too.
Thanks, Nick. Those are great words, and thanks so much for being with us this morning. Sorry we've run out of time.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with Nick Sherfesee coming up next.
Join the fight against heart disease and stroke as Understanding Corporation presents the 13th annual Waccamaw Area Heart Ball. It's a sparkling black tie gala that features a reception, live and silent auction, and gourmet dining. Then, dance the night away with entertainment by Jumpstart. It all takes place on Saturday, February 17th in the Kensington Ballroom at Kingston Plantation. Call now to reserve your seat at the 13th annual Waccamaw Area Heart Ball.
The place is the Hard Rock Cafe. The event is the Horry County WalkAmerica Kickoff. The time is 4:30. The date is today. You got to get out there. You got to get out there. That's 9 hours away. Take the time to plan your day out to be out there. And if you can't be there right at 4:30, get there at 5. If you can't be there at 5, get there at 5:30. But get out there. Saving babies together is the mission, and with your support, there's hope. 843-488-3463. If you can't be there, just make sure you're out at Coastal Carolina University. Registration's at 9. The walk kicks off at 10 on Saturday, April 28th.